every day. Get on your knees and pray. Do you regain your... Yeah, baby.
Wesseh Enzyme Ali exclusive.
I'm a mermaid. I'm not allowed to play again, but you, I can't lie to you. You know why? Because I won't spend the rest of my life with you. Won't come in here, I take it, pay. You will take it too. You know why? Because my when you look good. See your friend said that. I call up and say like, yeah. Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and carry.
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
For the love,
Not
wow.
too yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me a chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you. Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me a chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you.
The day you agree to marry me, now that day your story change. Because I will show you love. I will give you care. I will give you kabagi. Give you get a chicken head. No flowers, there we can't run. I will make you real big you. Now not back at you. When you go in by your own neighborhood, when they see you, respect. Now the only thing they will give you. The only thing you will lack. Now they go what you not ask me for. You won't feel your head at night. You won't play your news. Where you want to? You won't go up to chill. You won't go to places. Don't worry. You already get a mental story. Smile now. Can't fuck me now. You won't kiss me anywhere. Go ahead and kiss me now.
They know that I want you. I can make it without you. Don't envy that can't do. The things you not do for me. Baby, can't let me love for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the good. Oh. Baby, can't let me love for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the good. Oh. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready. Must say, do I am ready. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready. Must say, do I am ready.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and carry.
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to hold.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, oh.
Not too sure.
For the love, wow.
Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you give me a chance, I will cook for you. Now my head, I will carry you. Oh yes, I will marry you.
Do you know that maintaining clean and sufficient amount of oil is the perfect solution to preventing too much friction and overheating of your car engine? Remember that dye particles are deadly to your engines. So too is the use of the wrong kind of oil. Stop using recycled oil products on the market. Sonoco Premium Super Fleet Engine Oil is now in Liberia. The Premium SAE 50, Premium 15W40 for both gasoline and diesel engines. Once there is an engine, Sonoco has the lubricant. You can now change your engine oil after every 3 to 4 months. Since 1886, Sonoco Oil Company is supplying oil to over 85 different countries around the world. With Sonoco products, there is no more damage to your engines. Macintosh Incorporated, a Liberian company located on Weaver Street, AB Talbot Road in Painesville, is the sole importer and country distributor of Sonoco and other U.S. lubricant brands. Call cell numbers 0880-535-508, 0777-677-633. That's your quality assurance.
It is often said any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That is why I introduce to you a company with magic, SM Group Incorporated. SM Group Incorporated is an internet technology company that provides the best quality and cheapest internet services, including IT management services, supplies of IT equipment, networking, mobile app and software development, structural cabling, and web design. We also develop POS cash register system for small businesses like mini-mart, supermarket, restaurants, and bar, hotel management software for reservations and online booking. SM Group Incorporated installs biometric systems that include hotel door locks and access control, database, CCTV security, and motion sensor system installation with 24/7 monitoring and cloud backup storage with mini solar backup power system. Coming soon is the SM Group SASE-Net, which will deploy hundreds of Wi-Fi hotspots across the city with high-speed, affordable broadband internet service for less than $100 Liberian dollars. For more information, visit our website at www.smgroupincorporated.net or email us at info@smgroupincorporated.net or call cell numbers 0777-881-881. We are located at the intersection of Kerry and Center Streets in Monrovia. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency is the name that counts when you talk quality and affordable insurance services. Located in central New Jersey, Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency provides homeowner insurance, commercial and business insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, and a lot more. We partner with over 20 top-rated companies to ensure we provide affordable pricing and quality services to our clients. Not only that, we also offer free financial planning consultation, and we are licensed in 20 states across the USA. At Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, our staff are well trained to handle all your insurance needs. Visit our website on www.pmassinsurance.com or call us on phone number 609-571-3037. That's 609-571-3037. Peter Massaquoi Insurance Agency, your low-cost insurance partner.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town. Through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as 500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sayotown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Welcome to the program. Today is today's Wednesday, the 14th day of September 2022. The time in Monrovia is 10:30. The time in Delaware is 6:30, and I'm very glad to be here. It's a beautiful day. It's a lovely day. Good morning, Boga.
Yeah, good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners. It's good that we are here again this morning.
Yep, good to be here this morning, and we have some interesting updates on the situation regarding the letter from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs under the signature of the Deputy Minister for Administration, Mrs. Thelma Sawyer. We have some update on that. And the Senate also discussed that yesterday, and they've decided to summon the site. I believe the chairperson of the NEC. I don't know why they're not citing the minister who wrote the letter as well. Yeah, so we'll be looking at that. So I just saw a very disturbing news in a chat room, one of the chat rooms that I'm in, regarding the very prominent Liberian journalist. But we will confirm it before we speak to it publicly or break it. I pray it is not true, but I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked because he hasn't been well. He hasn't been well for a long time. He's been struggling. So, but I pray the news is not true. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So, what's going on in town, Baka? Is it still raining a lot?
Sure, for this morning, it's really raining this morning. So,
And has that been good for the electricity situation, LEC?
well, yeah, they've been trying lately. You know, like Samuel twice said, we should wait for rainy season. So,
But
so
rainy season is here.
yeah, so once the rainy season pass, we
So
get ready again for another difficulties.
so it's been raining heavily,
Mm-hmm.
pouring cats and dogs. Yet the electricity situation is still not significantly better. Eh?
Mm. Not 100%.
So imagine what happens when the rains go. And because the rains are about to go soon. The rains are about to go soon. Imagine what happens in this day and age. Yeah, when you want to know how bad off Liberia is as a country, one singular and critical thing to look at, one measuring rod to determine the scale of backwardness of our country is the issue of electricity. A country that has tremendous potentials in terms of harnessing electricity. You can harness the sun and produce clean, renewable power by means of solar panels or solar energy. You can harness the wind and by means of wind turbines. You can do geothermal. You can do hydroelectric. You can build a couple of small dams on strategically potential sites across the country. Regional dams, you could do that. You could also invest in an incinerator plant that uses waste materials to generate clean electricity. There's a lot that you can do, but we expect to grow as a country, but we don't have electricity. They told us, you remember when Samuel Twe said, oh, we will pay off the money we owe to, what's the people name? The CLSG.
CLSG, yeah. CLSG.
The money they owe to the CLSG, the West African initiative, that thing. They said they would do that. They said they would. Have they paid that money? No, they haven't. They said they would do that. You know, this electricity thing here, some of you don't want to hear about it. But when you are a leader and you come to power, you have a duty to ensure that you do not pass on to the succeeding administration problems that you could very well fix. This electricity problem is not George Weah's problem. If useless Ellen Johnson Sirleaf had fixed this electricity problem in 12 years, if Ellen had not built that old dam or rehabilitated an old dam, if she had built a brand new one for the $300 million that they pulled into that good-for-nothing dam, we would not have electricity trouble today. You can't be a leader, and what do you leave behind to ensure that the government that succeeds you does not have to do the same things over? And it is George Weah's responsibility so that when Joe Bugger comes to power, Joe Bugger will not have to deal with what? Electricity. That is how nations are developed, You come here, you do your part. You ensure that you do not pass on to the next administration the problems that you could have fixed. So when we leaves power and Joe Bugger comes in, tell me now, what will we have fixed that Joe Bugger would not need to focus on to fix?
The invisible park. Because that's his greatest achievement, though, Costa, the invisible park.
The thing is sad. We should not be having an electricity problem. We should not. You cannot keep passing the problems on. You can't keep kicking the bucket down the road. Electricity should be fixed. In the 21st century, you ain't got current. And you say you are a civilized country. Talking. As I said, one thing, when you want to say to somebody how backward Liberia is, there's just one thing you need to focus on or to point out: the lack of reliable, stable, affordable electricity. That is the one thing. When I say, why may a country see, oh, we don't have electricity? That's it. That's the one thing you tell them.
They celebrate. Costa, they celebrate everything when they came up with this street light issue. Oh, it was breaking news. Oh, since all the government didn't do it, we are now. We have street light. This time the street light don't.
Where are the street lights?
They don't come on.
Thank you.
They don't come on at all.
They made a big fuss about the street lights.
It was an achievement for them. Oh yes, since Liberia Kingdom being, there have been no government, there have been no administration.
Yeah, which was a bloody lie. Before the war, Liberia had street lights. Street lights were not only introduced. When you talk about street lights, you talk about street lights. You don't even have the reliable generating source capacity to keep the street lights on. Then you're talking about street lights. So what happened to the street lights? What, did the bulbs suddenly blow up? All the bulbs?
No power. Nothing. You can see. I just don't know what's happening.
Why? They don't see the bulb. What kind of bulbs do they use? In this day and age, I mean, you know how long street lights, those bulbs are built to last? They're built to last a long time.
You will see certain portion like from Capital Bypass up until Kelly Junction, you will see street light. Right from Kelly Junction going all the way to EW, there'll be no street light. Then Central Morovia, there'll be no street light on at that time. So that they even on the Somalia Drive Road, the thing I really makes the street light, the red light and whatever. Once there's no current, that light go off. I mean, no red light, no green light, no all the other things. When current come back, only time will start working.
You mean the traffic light?
The traffic light.
The last of traffic lights that are operated or powered by solar panels. Very good solar panels. I'm not talking about cheap ones that don't last. So
the ones not dry none of that.
All the solar lights, I mean, all the traffic lights should be hooked up to solar panels, so they work non-stop and very reliably.
The one that we're using on is the Boulevard Road, the Cinco Bell. They have solar panel, but it only works in a day and in a night. Once it's 7 o'clock, everything goes off. You on your own up until the next morning. In the night, there's no traffic light on. No.
May God help our country. Liberia is a hell of a country. Oh. You know, we are a terribly, terribly backward country. And some of you don't even realize it. We are so backward. It is so embarrassing. I went to my friend's wedding in Denver. We're at the table because he got married to this beautiful Ghanaian lady. So there were lots of Ghanaians at the wedding. So this fuss began over which country has the better jollof rice. Of course, there you know they can't even go with us. So at the wedding, because there were lots of Ghanaians there, so they had Liberian jollof rice and Ghanaian jollof rice. Okay. So we are at the wedding and the Ghanaians are arguing with us and we're like, no, please, come on. Don't even go there. We have the best jollof rice in all of Africa. Even in the world, our jollof rice is the best. And which is true. I'm not being chauvinistic, just baselessly. Liberian jollof rice is the best. I know when I cook my jollof rice, my fried rice, people love it when they come to my household. So that is the truth. But then we came to development. Look, it's so embarrassing, but I was sitting at the table with these Ghanaians. All we could try to tell them was there was a time we were better than you. Who cares about history, Waka? Who really cares that 40, 50 years ago you were better than Ghana? The Ghanaians used to queue up in lines to buy bread, which is true. Ghanaians used to line up to buy bread before Rawlings came to power. The Ghanaians used to come to Liberia to shop in Liberia. And you know the excuse some of us need to give? Oh, the war did us like that. Liberia has been a messed up country for a long time. It's not just the war. When you look at the kind of potentials we have as a country to develop, to grow, to move forward, and the kind of development we've had, it doesn't measure up. It does not add up at all. We have tremendous potential to do much, much, much better than we are doing, than we've ever done. We have always underperformed. And we're sitting there at the table, and these Ghanaians, and I'm telling them, I said, I gotta give it to you, Ghana. You are better than us, way better than us. Mm-hmm. Ghana is manufacturing or at least assembling vehicles in Ghana. They are assembling vehicles in Ghana. They have $100 million cocoa plant, adding value, or chocolate factory. They've got all these big banks in Ghana. They've got all these things, but you know what changed everything for them? Rawlings. And they agreed. Rawlings, Jared John Rawlings. I keep telling you, until you have a real leader, Liberia has not had a real leader. The one we have for a brief moment, Willie Toba, was struck down. Until you have a Rawlings, a leader, the caliber of Jerry Rawlings, a leader, the caliber and the pedigree of Paul Kagame, absent the dictatorial and undemocratic tendencies. But Kagame is a great leader. Until you have such a leader, forget it. Liberia will be like a country whose eyes were struck out. We're blind. We're wandering in the wilderness. We cannot find our way. We're a zombie. Like to borrow the words of the weeping former Solicitor General Cephas, we are a cadaver. We are a living cadaver. Living dead body. That is what we are. And I'm sitting there. Look, Bwaga, I was so humiliated for my country. I'm sitting at the table at the wedding reception, Bwaga, on Sunday. And these Ghanaian boys, and they are joking, they're laughing at us. These people who used to come to our country to shop, these people who used to come to our country and call us small America, these people who used to come to our country and try to get opportunities to go to America to hustle, today they are much, 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 much advanced. The Ghanaian economy is one of the best in Africa. Currently, they're doing very badly, very, very badly. The economy is doing very badly. Inflation is through the roof. The Ghanaian current currency is struggling. They're faltering. It's very, very bad. But forget that. On the overall, when you look at the kind of tremendous and monumental progress that Ghana has made, it is just Liberia is absolutely not. Liberia cannot even wipe Ghana. We are not even fit to tie Ghana's shoestrings. That is how bad off we are. Talk it. What? The GDP is about $46 billion. I think 46, 48 billion, the Ghanaian GDP. Our GDP is 2.2 billion. But compare their GDP and our GDP, and don't even talk about size of population. Look at how long we have existed as a country. Look at how many potentials we have as a people, and what have we done to tap into those potentials to move ourselves forward. There is absolutely no way. Look, I was so embarrassed. It was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life, Wakai. Sitting at a table with Ghanaians, and they are bragging, rightfully so, deservedly so, that their country is doing better than our country, and that we are backward. They were, until they caught themselves and they realized that they didn't want to be so disrespectful. But I agree with them. Say, you are right. Our country, we're a useless country. I said that. So idiots we've had as president. Most of the people running for president have got no ideas, no fresh, bold, radical ideas to change this country. We will never, ever progress with the same ugly ideas that we have repeated time and time again. Ideas that have sunk us low, humiliated us, kept us poor. You need a bold, radical, visionary approach. You need people who can kick their own brother and a sister and put them in jail. You need people who will set the country first and foremost. People who will not put stock in sycophancy and nepotism and patronage. People who will form a government that will bring competent Liberians who they never went to school with, who may not be their buddy, but people who can get the job done. A leader who will rid himself of his own desire to get rich, to manipulate the system, to milk it for his own aggrandizement. A leader that will look himself as a servant of the people. But until you get such a leader, forget it. We shall wander in the land of the blind. We shall continue to wander in the wilderness, looking in the wilderness of abject poverty and debilitating conditions. When you are born in Liberia, Boakai, you are naturally disadvantaged by the accident of your birth, geographic accident of your birth in Liberia. You are cursed. You have burdens that you've inherited to carry. First of all, Boakai, you might never become, okay, forget it. This is what I want to say. Most Liberians will never see the inside of an airplane. Most Liberians will never ever own a car. Most Liberians will never ever build a house. Most Liberians will never live to see 80 years of age, because we have one of the lowest life expectancies in the world. Why is that? Because the healthcare system is one of the worst in the world. Most Liberians will never have 3 square meals a day. Yet, look at your leaders. They come to power. In no time, they build skyscrapers. They build condominiums. Their wives are building properties all over the place, left and right. Even their girlfriends are okay. The country is a disgrace. There is absolutely nothing to be proud of as a Liberian citizen. And I told the Ghanaian guys at the table, I said, look, I love my country, but I am not proud of Liberia. Liberia is a disgrace. And the reason I say that, and I mean that, is because we could be so much, much better than where we are today. And we're not where we are because God did not endow us with the resources to move forward and leap forward and spring forward and become one of the greatest countries in the world. We can do that. And we had the greatest potential for development in the history of our country was when William V. Stockman was president. That is when we had the greatest economic growth in our country. When Liberia, right after the Second World War, was ranked the second fastest growing economy, not in Africa, not in West Africa, in the whole world. We, Boakai, after World War II ended in 1945, and William V. S. Tubman took power in 1944 and introduced a category of incisive economic policies that attracted foreign investment. Multinational companies were springing up and opening shop left and right. Tremendous economic growth. But that growth did not translate into development, which is why we find ourselves in this abyss, in this cesspool of backwardness and poverty and debilitating indignation and indignity. What kind of country is this? You ain't got light. You ain't got water. You ain't got decent internet. You ain't got good schools. Your hospitals are bad. Liberia has one of the worst infant mortality rates in the world. Children under the age of 5, proportionally, one of the worst in the world, according to UNICEF. One of the worst maternal mortality rates in the world. Women go to give birth, and a great many of them die just giving birth. Giving birth in Liberia. Giving birth in Liberia in this day and age, in the 21st century, you got to be praying, giving birth. I'm not saying pregnant women don't die in other countries when during childbirth. That's not what I'm saying. During delivery, it happens in other parts of the world, but not on a scale that it happens in Liberia. Not on a scale that babies under the age of 5 die in Liberia. Everything that happens in Liberia happens on a pronounced and accentuated scale. The degree to which it happens is it does not conform. It's not commonplace anywhere else in the world. It is unique and idiosyncratically unique to our country. Because we Liberians are some of the stupidest people that walk on the face of the earth. We have created multi-millionaires and billionaires of other people. We keep our own people backward and poor because we hate one another. You don't realize, I keep telling you this, Liberians are some of the most hateful human beings on the planet. If Boakai Kamara does well, they're angry. If a Lebanese man does well, they don't have a problem with that. But they want to ensure that you have nothing, so that we are a bunch of crabs in a bucket. Have you put crabs in a bucket and seen what they do, Boakai? Put crabs in a bucket. There's something called crabs in a bucket syndrome. You put 50 crabs in a bucket. All those crabs, if one of them tries to get out of the bucket, all the others will pull that one down so that they all remain in the bucket and die. We are a bunch of crabs in a bucket. We've got crown crabs and gill crabs and mandingo crabs and pellet crabs and loma crabs and all the other crabs. And we are just in that bucket called Liberia, that cesspool, that backwardness. And we're saying to ourselves, we're all going to stay here and die. You're not going anywhere. Come back down. That is a country we are. A country of crabs. Backward people. Hateful people. It is sad, Boakai. And yet this country, in 10 years, you can turn this country around. You can make sure the healthcare system can work so that when our people get sick, they don't have to die of diseases that have long ever since been deemed treatable with extremely successful rates of treatment and cure. And we don't have to die of those things. We can fix that problem. We have a country where we pay one lawmaker $15,000 a month, and he says to himself, when he retires after serving 5-6 years, he wants to get paid half his salary for the rest of his life. For doing what? For making bad laws and subjecting us to poverty and subjecting us to a life of indignity? Is that why we should pay you half of your salary and your benefits for the rest of your life? I am not proud to be a Liberian citizen, but I love my country too much. To change Liberia, Boakai, you have to be radical. Everybody has been going in the left direction, Boakai. To change Liberia, you have to go in the right direction. If the next government, Boakai, does not begin that from the very day it takes power, we will remain on this path. I went to the Unimboa. Let me say this before we move on, Boakai. To the United Bassa organization in the Americas. They had their program. They invited me. I went there. I had the privilege of serving as I did the fundraiser there at the event. But you know, one of the most interesting points or events at this program, what it was? When the medical director, the administrator of the government hospital in Grand Bassa, he was there, Boakai. He bought his plane ticket, according to himself, he said it, and he made sure that fact was not lost on us. He bought his own plane ticket, came to America, and went to the program. It's as if he said, I'm going to tell these Bassa sons and daughters in America just how bad things are in Liberia, in Grand Bassa in particular. That guy took the podium, Boakai, and that guy spoke. My heart bled. A county as old as Grand Bassa, a county with so many multinational corporations there.
Yeah.
The ArcelorMittals of the world. All the other big corporations are operating in Grand Bassa County. The guy said the hospital, the government hospital in Bassa has burned 3 times. That hospital has had 3 fire incidents. You know why? That hospital was built in 1900. The wiring is old. No real renovations have taken place in all these years since the hospital has been up. Forget that. Forget the burning. But guess what? The guy said the beds are bad. Pregnant women go there, and while they're lying on those very hard, ugly beds, they are not only complaining of the pains, the natural pains that come with pregnancy, but they're also complaining of the hard beds that they have to lie on. Okay. The guy said, the hospital is so bad, we don't even have gloves. Gloves.
The cheapest thing, one of the cheapest things.
He said, bed sheets we hardly have. Drugs we hardly have. And I said, what the hell are what's happening to the social development funds of Grand Bassa? This guy is standing here telling us how bad this hospital is. This hospital caters to thousands of people from Wesseh and Grand Bassa and parts of Bon County. And he's telling us how debilitating this hospital is. What the hell are they doing with it? And I just said to myself, Liberians are a bunch of wicked people. How the hell you could be from Grand Bassa and your hospital is just so bad? Every year, they get millions of dollars in the budget, or they get it from concessionaires called social development funds. ArcelorMittal contributes a huge chunk of money to Grand Bassa. What do they do with the money? And the hospitals are so bad. But if you can give your people decent health care, then you are useless and you're worth nothing. I heard the thing when that guy went on explaining, and they wanted to cut him off. The guy said, no, you are not going to cut me off. I paid my way from Liberia. I came here to make this report to you. He said, no. That guy wrote a long report. And I told him, I said, yo, I was sitting down there at the high table. I said, yo, let him speak. Yeah, let him talk. That guy went on. That guy listed every problem the hospital has and has had for the last God knows how long. And I just sat there and I just said to myself, when the time came to do the fundraiser, I spoke about that. I said, can you imagine? We're in this country. We go to the best hospitals here. Look at our people back home. Look at the far cry between what they have as a healthcare system and what we have in this country. And Buckeye, those conditions have been there for long. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. People are just moving by their business. The poor people in Bassa, they get sick. They go to that place there. They die. Amen. man, Bwaka, man. How do you live with yourself knowing your people are suffering and you are okay? You can get on the plane, you can fly abroad, you can receive the best treatment, but your people are dying. There are just certain things you just fix for the people. Fix the healthcare system, give them electricity, and give them good roads, and create in the enabling environment, and the people will thrive. Give their children quality education. Fix those things. Oh, Nangala. I don't know how they do it, Bwaka. I don't know how leaders do it, how they go about their business. Okay, everything is fine for them, and the people are dying. I don't know how, Bwaka. I don't know how.
At this age and time, we are still importing, lawmakers is still importing school buses. Then Liberians should celebrate such person that, oh yeah, he's doing well for our country. Bosses that other people are tired with. Bosses are the thing that you can come and be boasting about, or you will go and construct a school in your name, not in the county's name. Not in the county's name. The school belongs to you and your family. Once you are not in a position that you are in today, that entire institution belongs to you and your family. But you go about bragging that you are constructing a school.
Why are you talking about it, Bwaka? I mean, why is the lawmaker even talking about it? Because it's not for the county.
Yeah, but Costa, that's why they're making it appear. So we
stole the country's money.
We have to say appearance.
You stole the country's money to build a very school. Then you making noise that you build a school, so you bring buses that will run and people pay you.
Pay you.
Then why are you making noise about it? What did Sir Joseph have before becoming representative, Bwaka?
Nothing.
Okay, he had nothing. Sir Joseph was a pauper. He was poor like church house rat. Today, Sir Joseph is a rich man. He look, Sir Joseph, the other day I was on Spunto, he called. And I asked him, he denied that his company, his construction company, was awarded a contract. But you need to go ask Sir Joseph again, because I have evidence. If he keeps denying, I will present the evidence. I will present the evidence. I have material evidence. When the discussion was being held inside Joseph's office, the laboratory that was built for $1.5 million, the contract was awarded to his company. And the managing director of the laboratory of the Liberia Medical, how they call it? Okay. Liberia Medical, what's their name again? They are called the Liberia Medical. This is what they are called. The woman is called Keturah Smith. What guy? Keturah Smith. Keturah C. Smith. She's at the place there, all family members there. She brought something.
Regulatory authority?
Yeah, the Liberia Medical, whatever regulatory authority. But let me just tell you, these are some of the names of our relatives at the place there. She's got Love Smith, George Ara Smith, Josephine Ara Smith, Rosie M. Smith. I said she just brought also Smith. Sir Joseph is the one I recommended this woman. Her family members. These are just the ones that carry her name. Let's look at the ones that don't carry her last name. She got Willie Emmanuel. She got Rumas F. Marshall. She's got Diamond Dowie. She's got all these people. But let's go back here to the contract that we're talking about here, Bwaka. This contract that we are talking about here, Bwaka, this particular contract, 1.5 million. Sir Joseph, John J. Weir, you know, like I will reign district number 13 and got flogged on the
Mhm.
city.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. He's one of the, he's, I think, the deputy director there and the managing director of the Liberia Medicine, the Liberia Medical and Health Products Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. It always confuses me. And they are in Sir Joseph's office. They are negotiating. The Keturah Smith is telling Sir Joseph in his office, my man, tell the contractor, the engineer to increase the project money so we can share the balance money. Wait,
Wow.
I have the recording right here. That one, Sir Joseph was denying it that day. I have the recording right here. In Sir Joseph's office at Capitol Building. Keturah Smith, the woman he recommended to run the place, who awarded him the contract for $1.5 million. She is telling Sir Joseph in the recording, which I have here right now. The recording is 11 minutes long. It's an 11 minutes long recording. 11 minutes. She is telling Sir Joseph, my man, tell your engineer then to increase the project money so we can divide the balance one. I have the recording right here. Okay? This is the recording. Sir Joseph. This is Sir Joseph's voice. Sir Harry Joseph in your office. That's Sanama Swan.
You're not coming up, Costa. Send it so I can take it from this end.
In his office. Look, we're not ready to drop the recording here. Hold on, we'll play the whole thing.
Okay.
I don't want to give a teaser. In Sir Joseph's office, the woman is telling Sir Joseph, increase the project. Tell your engineer to increase that money. We got to eat that bad money. Sir Joseph's office. Sir Joseph's voice is there. Kolo kolo. You can hear it. Hold on. This is the deal. Okay.
We are not ready to get this now.
No. Sir Joseph's voice is there in her office, inside her office. Liberia Medicines and Health Products Regulatory Authority, that's what they called. The woman telling Sir Joseph, increase the project money so we can eat the bottom one. Sir Joseph's voice is in the recording. So Sir Joseph denied that the contract was awarded to him. So then if he denied the contract was awarded to him, then tell me now, then why would the woman be telling him to increase the project money so they can eat the bottom one? Why? That is the guy. That's why he's saying buying all the rotten buses that he's not buying them to give to people for free. He's buying those buses, he's renting them. Those buses are provided, they are for those buses, they are going to be used for commercial transportation. People would pay. They're not free. But let me send it to you and see whether you can do a little teaser. The quality is not so good. We're going to enhance it, but you can listen to it. I will put it on YouTube so you all can be able to go to your thing. Just play a little bit of it. Increase the volume and let's see whether the people can hear it. In his office, they are negotiating. Increase the project. They tell your engineer to increase the money for the project so we can eat the balance money. Keturah Smith, recommended by Sir Joseph. Yeah, the audio is a little better.
Yeah. And when they put in prayer, they say you can't get trust. You don't need to.
Baga, start right there. We will do some work on the audio to increase the output. Did you recognize Sir Joseph's voice?
Yeah, his voice is there.
Clear.
So
what Sir Joseph said he ain't got nothing to do with a construction contract. But why are they discussing it in his office? Please tell me, why are they discussing about low estimate, increase the thing, and let it go up, and then you hear her say, so we can eat a pile of money. Yeah, that's how I do that right there, passing around acting like he's a wealthy man. Were you born into wealth? Did your pa have a rubber farm or a cocoa farm? Sanaman swine. Now let's move on to the election commission issue, Bwagai. So we will improve the quality of that audio and we will release it in due time. That quality you hear is not too good. I will give it to our audio, our people, our audio engineers and sound engineers. They will do some work on it and enhance it. But let me do this. We're gonna move on to the issue of there is a company called Delta Construction. Did you see the renovation works that were done on the Capitol building recently, Bwaka?
Yeah.
It was done by a Liberian firm. They're called Delta Construction. You see, this is something I talk about all the time. The company has completed their work, Bwaka. I'm pretty sure you are aware that they've done that. But you've visibly seen some repair works were done on the Capitol building, right?
Absolutely. You
are aware of that, okay? I am told that the company that did that work is a Liberian firm called Delta Construction. I don't know them from Adam's stray cat. But Bwakai, the company has had to go public to cry out for their money. The project cost is $1.3 million. 1.3 million. Yeah. They get in the project, they've completed the renovation work, they will not get their money. We're told that certain members of the leadership have refused to sign, to sign for the people to receive their money. We're told that Senator Yomlikanga Lawrence, who is the chair on Rules, Order, and Administration, she has approved the payment, which is good. Thank you to you, Senator Yomlikanga Lawrence. That's what we're told, that she has approved the payment because she's one of the leadership people, and all those things, administration, those are all things that fall under her purview. We're told that the Vice President, Joe Howard Taylor, has also proceeded to endorse the payment because she's the president of the Liberian Senate. But then, the payment documents have not left the pro tem's office. We're using this opportunity to call on the pro tem, Mr. Abbott Che, to release those funds, to consummate this payment. Those are Liberian company. That is a Liberian company. And Baga, I'm told that they are in the news now. They've gone public. I don't know whether you've heard it.
Nope.
They've gone public. They're asking for their payment. They did the work. They're asking for their payment. Baga, you remember the time there was this painter, this Liberian guy, who painted the entire Capitol building, his company. They made him pre-finance the paint job. When he concluded, the pink job. Guess what happened, Wakai? They refused to pay the guy. That guy protested. He protested until it was so embarrassing, Wakai, before they finally paid the guy. In fact, wasn't there one time where the guy said he was on a hunger strike or something like that?
Yeah, he lied on the, the speaker.
Yeah, he went and prostrated in front of the speaker's vehicle. No, he actually went under the vehicle, not in front of it, under the vehicle. He said he would not leave until he got paid. They do that to Liberians. You see what I was just telling you about us? I'm told most of the senators have agreed to release this payment. Whoever is holding this payment up, I am asking you to release this payment for this Liberian company. I told you when it comes to Liberian people, don't mess with my Liberian business people and my Liberian people. They did not do the work, Waka.
They did.
Have you not seen recently, those of you in Liberia, have you not seen the Capitol building all spruced up and looking nice? A Liberian company called Delta Construction did that work. The project is $1.3 million. And in fact, according to the payment terms, this 1.3 million is 82%. 82% of the work that has been done. 82%. The PPCC, the procurement committee has approved the work. They are pleased with the quality of work that was done. Everything is good. But they will not pay the money. Okay. Yeah. They will not pay the people. Gus Wynn. Thank you, Bill K. Gus Wynn was the painter. That's correct. A Liberian guy with his company painted the Capitol building. The entire, that big hell of a building that got painted in his company. They could not pay the guy. He had to protest to get paid. So today I want to sound a warning and make a plea to the leadership of the Liberian Senate. I know most of the people who were supposed to sign have signed. Senator Kanga Lawrence has signed as a chairman, the chair on Rules, Order, and Administration. She has signed. I'm told that the vice president has approved the payment. I'm told that other senators who are supposed to approve or sign have signed. But the payment or the voucher is stuck in the office of the pro tem. So I'm calling on pro tem Albert Che, release the payment, the $1.3 million, which is 82% of the work that has been done, that has been approved. Your own procurement committee has expressed satisfaction with the work that has been done. Pay the people their money. They are a Liberian company. They are small. They don't have multiple jobs all over the place. They need their money. And you have the money in your budget for this. So y'all go tell your pro tem, y'all go tell your people to release the people's money. You don't do this to your own people, black guy. When it comes to paying your own people, you drag your feet. You kill their businesses. You drag your feet, you kill their businesses. This is wrong. Pay the people. Today, that the first day we're talking about and I'm talking nicely. Y'all know me, don't let my hair pop. Because when I'm ready now, I will not talk nicely. Pay the Delta Construction people. Y'all pay them. I will stop here for now. I will come back tomorrow, and maybe day after tomorrow, when I come back, it will not be the same tune. Pay the people. We're going to move on to something else, the election commission issue. So, the NEC people have said yes, indeed. They received a letter from the then acting Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. Thelma Duncan Sawyer, or Comfort Sawyer, Amos Sawyer's widow, that she did indeed write to them, informing them that the U.S. Embassy had communicated with them to ask the NEC to give them a specimen or a sample of the voter card, the biometric voter card. Are you listening to that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So it's true after all. Now, Buckeye, I would have thought Mrs. Sawyer would have come out to say, to issue a statement. Oh no,
But
I
now.
didn't write that letter. I didn't write a letter to the NEC telling them that the US Embassy had requested me to request of them a specimen card, a specimen of the voter card. But no, Mrs. Sawyer has not spoken out. And guess what? Mrs. Sawyer will not speak out because Mrs. Sawyer has no integrity. She has no integrity. So the question remains, now that the NEC has said, yes, we receive a letter from Mrs. Sawyer. It's public. The Elections Commission has said, yes, Mrs. Thelma Duncan Sawyer did indeed write to them, informing them that the U.S. Embassy wants a copy or a specimen of the voter card. And Mrs. Sawyer is as silent as an empty church. She has not said a word. Okay? The $1 million question is, who instructed Mrs. Sawyer to write to the National Elections Commission requesting a specimen of the biometric voter card that is yet to be produced?
Her boss, maybe you know of this.
Well, Mrs. Sawyer needs to tell us. She must tell us. And just because she is a widow does not mean we're going to let this slide.
No.
You are a public servant. We have a very critical matter. The national elections, the general elections are coming up next year. The international community, our partners, are pouring millions into this exercise. Everything is riding on our democracy, our survival as a country. And here you are, Thelma Duncan Sawyer, writing negatively, clandestinely,
lie,
and a bold-faced lie that the United States Embassy requested from you to request from the National Elections Commission a specimen of the voter card. And the Americans have said, you are a bloody liar. You see, Parker, this is why one thought that they can say, oh, because I ain't respect with me. So how am I supposed to talk to this woman, Parker?
Nicely.
What kind of words am I supposed to use to describe the action of Mrs. Sawyer? This action by Mrs. Sawyer is criminal in nature. It is not just wrong, but it's criminal. Mrs. Sawyer is requesting for a sensitive instrument. The most sensitive instrument in the entire election, than a voter card. What does Mrs. Sawyer want to do with the damn voter's card or voter card? She want to go pepper soup with a voter card? Why would Mrs. Sawyer lie that the American Embassy wants a voter card? And tomorrow, somebody be out there and say, oh, because I was talking rudely to Mrs. Sawyer. Mrs. Sawyer does not deserve to be spoken to nicely because what she's done is criminal in nature. She has absolutely no modicum or no decorum for decency, nothing whatsoever. That she would tell such a bold-faced lie against none other but the United States government says a lot about the character or the lack thereof of Mrs. Sawyer. And just because you are a widow will not make me be any nice to you, because you do not deserve to be for someone to be nice to. Okay. The woman will not turn.
Costa, the thing is simple.
The woman need to open your mother toe. Y'all go tell her to toe. She needs to tell us why she lied that the neck not confirming that yes. Thelma Duncan Sawyer wrote to us and said she wants that the American MSA wants to see the voter card.
And the American boss said, no, we didn't request any voters card. If the Ministry of Foreign Affairs wrote the NEC, they wrote the NEC on their own. Nobody should get us involved that we are requesting a sample of the voters card. No, we haven't. If we're ready for that, we'll send a communication to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will reach out to NEC. But for this, we are out of it. Please don't get, because the process is yet not been completed. The PPCC, they are still going through the PPCC process.
The MSA said the PPCC is yet to approve
a company.
For the contract to be awarded to the company that has been selected.
Yes.
So when the contract has not even been awarded
to a company,
then Mrs. Sawyer is already requesting of the NEC to give her a specimen of the voter card.
So who gave the voter card to NEC when a company haven't been, chosen yet?
Can you imagine? What does he want to do with the voter card? But let me say this to you. If Comfort Sawyer does not tell us who made her write that letter, she and myself, we for it.
We inside A.
She is an agent, an instrument being used by certain deviant people. They are using her.
Costa, why are you?
She better come clean.
For me, I think is the President Chu, how do you call it, man? Is the president requesting a voter's card through Mazwa Kimaya, and Mazwa Kimaya instructed her to write that letter.
I believe that.
Yeah, that's just my take.
Well, you know why I'm not apportioning blame to them. Comfort Sawyer, they're not baby. Comfort Sawyer is not baby. And guess what? Crimes under our jurisprudence are not transferable.
Yeah, they could come out tomorrow and say, we didn't tell her to write a letter.
We didn't tell her to write a letter. So Mrs. Sawyer must tell us why she wrote the letter. And you know, Braga, the woman has no decency. Because if she had respect for herself, you know what she would do now? She would resign. The American embassy just called you a bloody liar. The United States government just called you a bloody liar, and that you are up to something sinister. But the woman has not issued a statement, Braga. And she in America. I'm told she in America.
And Costa, if I don't know why she up to now she's mute. If I Boga Kamara,
because she's guilty, Boga.
The U.S. embassy come up with such statement that Mr. Kamara, the letter that you wrote is not true. We didn't request anything. I will come up and tell them that I received an instruction from XYZ. If I were for Costa and Costa said, man, I read a letter and this is what the Americans said that we should do, I will come and say, oh, Costa told me that the American people say we should do this. So I can be free. So the people can know that I wasn't the one that requested that particular document from the NT. Generated. That's all.
But why? There's nothing, there's no wiggle room. She cannot wiggle herself out of this. You wrote a letter lying on the American government that the American government is requesting the specimen. When it came to the attention of the American government, they came up publicly and they said, you are a bloody liar. That at no point in time did they ask you to write the NEC requesting for the specimen. But what you're saying she should do, she cannot do it, Costa.
to save yourself.
How can she say? What do you expect her to say now? Tell me.
Costa, come up and make a clarification. If I'm let go of my job, I will stand for integrity because tomorrow I will apply to another place to work and the people will know what I
What did you just say? In what integrity one?
No, Costa, if she come up and tell the librarian,
did you say integrity?
Yeah, Costa, I'm coming now. If she come up and tell the librarian people that there's the person that instructed me to write such letter, we will now focus our bazooka to that particular person.
And guess what? By the time she calls somebody's name, the person will say that lie. Then it will be a you say, I say. That is what happens when somebody uses you to do something wrong. When you are exposed, the person assumes deniability. That's what happens. Yeah. They say, no, that's not me. That means you really letter. That's not me. And guess what? Yesterday, I saw the senators. I saw a little bit. I had an exam yesterday to do. It's one of the hardest I've done in a long time. Well, not hard in terms of, getting the answers, right? But it was 45 questions. 45 questions. It's mental health and the law. This is MAJ 6613. And it took me hours to finish that thing. I'm telling you. So yesterday it was quite a lot for me. So intermittently, I would take a break and then maybe answer a call or maybe write a text or respond to someone. But I was very busy yesterday writing my exam. And I'm done with it. 45 questions. I'm pretty sure I'm going to score 100 on it or A. But while I was doing that, during one of the at one point when I took a break from writing my exam, because it was a take-home exam, I saw on Darius Dillon's Facebook page the Senate in session, and they were discussing this issue of the National Elections Commission, of the whole contract being awarded and all that kind of stuff. And they were saying that they will summon, okay? They will summon the folks from NEC to speak to this matter. I was hoping I would hear them say that they would also summon Mrs. Thelma Duncan Sawyer. But I wonder why my man Dillon didn't do that, though, because Dillon was in session. It was actually his phone. It was on his Facebook page that I watched this session. And I was hoping Dillon would mention it, that they should summon her or even propose it or suggest it. But apparently that one slipped in, right? I'm not going to beat up on him for that. But Buckeye, nobody said, except I missed that part. But I do not recall where the part that I watched, where it was stated that they only said there was some of the folks from the NEC to look into the whole contract thing. But we have a situation here where the American embassy, okay, has issued a statement to the effect that Mrs. Sawyer, acting in her capacity as acting foreign minister, lied, requesting specimen of the voter card in the name of the Americans. I was hoping one senator would say, we cannot call the NEC folks without calling the minister of the deputy minister for administration, Thelma Duncan Sawyer. I would have said that. If I were in the Senate, I would have said to them, let's bring Mrs. Sawyer here to tell us who told her to write to request that particular specimen card when indeed the U.S. Embassy has said they did not make such a request. Okay? Is that not something natural that they should have asked?
It is.
They should have asked. They should have said it.
And for Costa, it's not too late. She can still be someone.
It is not late, and I'm telling them now. And we're telling Senator Dillon, let Comfort Sawyer go to the legislature and tell us who told her to request the voter card. They think you'll be playing Yankan with a serious thing. This thing is a serious matter. This voter card thing here, we move into biometric to minimize the chances of rigging and all that kind of stuff. And already, these people are asking for the specimen card. What do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to go make it their souvenir? Really? You think that pepper soup conversation we're going to go cook with a voter card, the specimen card? It's a serious matter. Now, we've been informed, it has been confirmed, that Philip Wesseh, a veteran Liberian journalist, owner of the Inquirer newspaper, has died. Mr. Philip Wesseh, we used to call him Gina. Gina. Philip Wesseh was quite a colorful, interesting gentleman. He suffered for many years. He suffered, he struggled with diabetes for many years. Philip Wesseh, the Gina. The Gina. I remember we went to a meeting once with former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And the Gina was in that meeting. Ellen had called. This meeting was held a few days to Ellen's birthday. And Ellen had summoned, she had asked us to meet, not summoned. She doesn't have the power to summon the media, but she had called us to meet. And I was part of the meeting. I mean, I'm talking about heads of media institutions. And of course, being the owner of Voice FM at the time, we were in that meeting. And when we went to that meeting, the Gina was there, of course. Those are the gurus in the print media. We're the gurus. Yeah, of course, they amputated one of his legs. That's true. He was suffering. Philip Wesseh was suffering. The diabetes was giving him hell. But we will miss the Gina. But I want to tell you a little joke from that meeting we had with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I believe it must have been 2015 or 2016 or thereabouts, one of those years. We're sitting in a meeting with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Louis Brown at the time was the Minister of Information. And all these other journalists are there. And Philip Wesseh looks to Ellen when it came time for him to speak. And he said, Madam President, and he was brandishing his hands and everything to make his point. He said, Madam President, you see La Costa boy? Then he pointed to me. He said, you need somebody. Then he do a hand like this. But I look at her. For you to really appreciate what I'm saying, you got to watch. Philip Wesseh was doing all the gesticulations, the hand movements. He said, Madam President, you see that Costa ball with a red face? When I ball on the radio in the morning, blasting. And he was trying to make a point. The point he was making is that he was recommending that the president appoint a go-between, a media coordinator, a new portfolio. The president should appoint somebody. This is funny, right? And basically he said, look, we can't use Louis Brown for that. So appoint somebody that's very close to you that has access to cash, that always got cash. But listen to this. And the Gina was telling Ellie, he said, Madam President, you see that boy? I heard about the boy with red face. Then Ellie looked to me in my direction. And then the Gina said, look, when I bought on the show in the morning, firing, somebody got to be able to, his voice, he had an interesting voice, right? He always sounded like he was hoarse. He said, somebody got to send him 10 minutes. He said, Costa. So he was telling Ellen that when I bought firing in the morning, somebody got to be able to send him a text message and say, Costa, slow down small and meet me for lunch after the show. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? And he said, Medina, they used to let Medina because Medina always have loose money to dish out to the media people. That was Medina's job. So he was recommending that Medina be that person who would send that text message. But Gina, he was a nice guy. My experience with him was nothing but warm, interesting man, very nice guy. We used to call him the Gina. Philip N. Wesseh, a veteran journalist. He loved his work, dedicated his entire life to it. He could have been living in America. You know, he got a family here, right? You know your wife. I think your wife in America. But Philip Wesseh chose to live in Liberia to do his work. We will miss you, Gina. We will miss you. This morning, I just want to convey my deepest condolences to the family of the late Philip N. Wesseh, to his loved ones, to his friends, his colleagues, to all of us who knew him and who appreciated him. He suffered. He really suffered, Bagay. The diabetes gave him hell. And now he's no more. Philip N. Wesseh, a.k.a. the Gina. Oh, T-Man's gotta cry. What are you talking about? T-Man Gelate. Now, Philip Wesseh, man. T-Man and Philip Wesseh. Philip Wesseh was a regular guest on T-Max's 50-50 show.
He begin co-host.
He begin co-host. I love those big brothers. T-Man, I'm a babeo. T-Max, he and I have never had an issue. T-Man Gelate. He said, my begin, my son. The high you call me, my son. I said, yeah, Papa, what's up? He said, my son, what's up? Hey, T-Max. I love T-Max Gelate very, very much. And we've had a fantastic relationship across the years. He would call me, he would talk to me, he would give me advice, and we have a fantastic relationship. But Philip Wesseh, you will be dearly missed, very dearly missed. Okay, we're going to go to the phone lines and take some calls there. You're listening to the Costa Show. Today is the 14th day of September 2022. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. Boakai Kamara is my co-host in Monrovia, and this is what we do Monday through Friday. It's a very sad day today. We've lost a great man, Philip Wesseh. Thomas Malu, happy birthday to you, one of my strongest loyal soldiers, Thomas F. Malu. You celebrate your birthday today. I want to wish you all the best. I hope you have a very beautiful, beautiful birthday. Johnny Belakbo. Johnny Scientific Belakbo. And if you're wondering whether that's somebody's name, yes, it is somebody's name. Johnny Belakbo. One of the most interesting young men I know. Johnny Scientific Belakbo. Oh, that became funny. Johnny Belakbo, happy birthday to you. Johnny, you know, the thing is, I can't wish Johnny happy birthday without doing something. Something got to die. Yeah. Something got to die. Johnny Belakbo, happy birthday to you. If you're listening, call into the show this morning. Johnny Scientific Belakbo. You know, they begin crazy. I saw one post he did the other day, and it just made me laugh. Oh, the beginning is crazy. He made a post about the rain, the heavy rains, right, in Liberia, and how when it rains a lot, then it gets really, it gets really cold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Johnny Belakbo made a post in which he said that those people, something along the line, that people who living in America in long distance relationship, he said this is the time they will agree with you that that is wise or is necessary to have a spare title or something. Another thing he was saying, something like crazy. Johnny, call and say that joke here in the morning. $50 would die the morning for your beer, your last beer. And there's this thing about Johnny Belakbo and last beer. That one loves last beer. That begin is when it's the first begin of that. Johnny Belakbo. So for a period of time, right? Let me tell you a story about Johnny Belakbo. So I know the kid from Broville, right? But Johnny Belakbo and I were never close. But that picking used to be giving me hard time on Facebook. This is around what, 2014, 2015. So finally, I brought Johnny Belakpo and everybody together from Brooklyn, all of them. Our man prolific, but prolific, they're going cool with politics now. And I only also joking me on Facebook. So I brought Johnny Belakpo, prolific, my man Henry Conte, my namesake. He called himself Mario Kutuku. That's my own brother Henry Conte. First round, the man voted for Uri 2017. Second round, I said, my man, let's go to Joe Baga. Henry Kutuku said, he's not going to Joseph. He's not going to Joseph Baga. He's going to support Joel Weir. So when I used to do the thing with Kojoloko and Poison, it was popular. In fact, the most popular slogan in the 2017 elections, we developed it. Kojoloko and Poison. You tell it when you die. You tell it when you live. Kojolobo and poison. Joseph Baga is a Kojolobo. You take it may be better, but it will make you well. The poison that Jawia. My man Henry Conte let us drink Guinness. So Conte went one day to the drinking spot. He took a piece of paper.
Baga.
Yeah, we have Johnny on the line. Johnny.
Hey, Baga.
Johnny is my favorite baseball.
Hey, man, I see you worship.
As a man, what he can hear me?
You get it, Costa?
Yeah.
Asking whether he can hear me, Baga.
Johnny, you get it, Costa, right?
Yeah. I get you a big battle live and clear.
I mean, Johnny, today is the birthday. What are you doing for the birthday?
Big brother, on a day like this, I normally have this celebration for my friends. At least if we can do 1 or 2 bottles, sit down, knock glasses, and all that stuff.
Good. What? Baga, what? The phone go off?
The man money fini.
Oh, that he don't want call or that you don't want call? Oh, but call the man back. Call Johnny back. Johnny gotta tell that joke. The joke about, but let me finish with the Henry Kuduku thing, but call Johnny back. So my man, Henry Conte, goes to the liquor shop, the man drinking. He takes the Guinness bottle because he likes to drink Guinness. He takes a piece of paper and he writes on it poison, P-O-R-S-O-N. Then he wraps the paper around the Guinness bottle and he takes a picture of it. And he holds the bottle up in the air like this. He takes a picture.
I'm back.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, good. We are glad to have you. But Johnny, tell us the joke you made about the when it gets very cold and those who are in long distance relationships. What do they do?
Johnny, are you getting?
Yeah, brother. No, he comes low for my head.
Okay, so he's asking the joke about a long distance relationship. Those that abroad.
And when it rains a lot.
When it be raining, you have to be having spare tires.
Oh yeah. I think on a joke that those that in long distance relationship where really that get a piece here or that get know why UBA or GT Bear have branches in different locations. They could have branches in different locations.
So, but let say again. So when it rains a lot, those who are in long distance relationships, that's when they can realize why UPA and GT Bank get branches in different locations.
Branches in different locations, yeah.
So what do they do with the branches?
You said?
But ask him, what do they do with the branches in the different locations?
What do they do with the branches in different locations?
Huh?
What do they do with branches in different locations?
Oh, branches in different locations. Like why you go to just art, you do your piece of art all there. I think the people are going for what I see when it comes to this kind of social interaction and social issues.
Yeah.
Tell the man I'm waving him right now $50. That's my contribution to the small get together today.
My man,
yeah.
Sending you $50, yeah?
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I want to go to 1 or 2 bottles of gin, like for my man. Especially the guy from up on the low side, and we were good together, like Abu Bakar, one and rap like that. We'll be together, we'll be cool, we'll be knocking some bottles and all of
Tell the
that.
man the money just arrived in his phone. But let me ask you, why does he give Abu Bakar a hard time?
It just pop up. Thank you very much,
So you buy something for Abu Bakar?
Yeah. You know, Abu Bakar calling about man. Although you're from opposite Lota, but we are cool and we'll be together today.
So what's so specific about the guys from opposite Lota?
You know the guy from opposite Lota, we are fighting many people. One time I'm tell me I'm okay. Oh yeah, okay, tell me I'm okay. Oh Amanda, no, tell me I'm go join the water. Oh, tell me I'm join the water. Hey, fighting many. Those are all the direct leader of the party.
All right, Johnny. Johnny said, thank you.
I appreciate it a lot.
You are most welcome, Johnny. Thank you. Now, y'all call Morera Kuduku man. Y'all telling the call. So, my man Morera Kuduku now, he takes the Guinness bottle, he writes on it, and he's drinking the bottle, then he takes picture, he posts it on Facebook and tags me in it. This is during the second round of the election. Hear me here preaching, Jorobo and Poison. My own namesake, my own brother, Kuduku there, with a Guinness bottle, he broke poison on it. He said, hear me drinking poison or petrol. I enjoying the poison. So, after the election, bang, bang, things start getting hot, bang, bang. My man, call Morira Kuduku. Call him right now. Then he said, Pedro want you to talk. call Morira Kuduku. Let me find out from him whether he's still drinking poison. You got his number, right?
We're trying to get to him.
Good. But while you're trying to get to Monora Kutuku, let's go to the lines and take some calls there until you can get a hold of him. But just my brothers. I like to have fun with them, and I like to make them happy. Yeah. So let's go to the lines and take some calls there. You're listening to the Costa Show. Today is September the 14th, 2022. Let's take some calls.
077-012-102-10383 555-102-102. We discuss a wide range of issues about an NEC, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the U.S. Embassy. So you can place in your calls and talk about any of the issues that we discussed here this morning. So just be a part of the conversation. 077-012-102-10383 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624-171. The ladies' line is 088-848-270. Let's take this person here. Hi. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bakar.
Your name?
This is Lucky J.
Lucky J, go ahead.
Thank God.
Welcome, Lucky J. Go ahead. You are live on the show.
Okay. Thank God for Henry Pedro Costa. I wish he become the next Speaker Costa for the incoming senatorial election. I wish him success, long life, and prosperity for him to become the next senator.
Okay.
Lucky J, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's take some more calls there. We've got only 5 minutes to go. Damn, we talk a lot today. I talked a lot today.
Let's take this person on the line. 077-012-102. Keep your calls coming in. You'll be live with us this morning. Let's take this person. We mess up on our quarter. The WhatsApp line is +231-888-624-171. And you will be live with us this morning. Wow. There's no call yet from the lines. Let's see. 077-012-102-86-010383. Okay, let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bakar. Costa.
Good morning, welcome.
This is Jim from Sano County.
Welcome. Hi, Sano, my brother.
Hello.
Good morning. Hi, Sano Kante.
Yeah, sometimes it's fine. It ring or yes, and it ring yes is now.
Okay, go ahead.
I was yeah at every hair Costa 2023. My family and myself will leave for San County and come over. Therefore, a business to come register for in 2023. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
That takes somebody from the diaspora. Good morning, Peter.
Hey, good morning, Bogart. Good morning, Henry. This is Peter C. Totino, and I call from Minneapolis. I want to thank Henry for the show. Yeah, a little bit of deep session from Senator Sir Joseph. He's regarding the yellow buses that he begged from people in America here, sent down there. You are probably like giving the transportation business to the superintendent, and then she see that woman put her face in the air, saying the only senator who ever done this. You could see serious depression. And he's telling her you hire people, you pay these people, and then don't forget my office, so you gotta bring petit castle and people can't beg me, I'll give it them. I don't know whether a senator will be brave to be saying all those things. And just shooting himself in the leg because he better hold on to his business and forget what senatorial seat because he's not gonna go back there.
Okay.
I don't want to share in where the point. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to your namesake, Henry, that you asked to call. We're not having live on the show. Henry, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Kuruku.
Hey, thank you.
My man, how the person treating you?
How that cost?
Yeah, that cost talking.
He said, how that cost?
Yo, my brother.
Yeah.
How you call me for me? So I got you on. Anyway, I'm good.
Why you just put him on the show? You didn't tell him, man.
I want to show Kuduku.
Thanks for having me. What's how you say?
I mean, so how's the government? How's things like for you?
Don't know how we are all coming.
Oh. No. But
tell the man to call me after the show, man. Tell my man to call me after the show.
And you selected person. So now that for that main reason we're calling you. So we want to know.
The man said you reserve comment, Baka. The man reserve comment. Tell him to call me after the show. Let's rap small.
So Kurugu.
Yeah.
What you gotta say now, my man? My man tell us what
the man reserve comment, Baka.
Yeah. I just told you that reserve all comment.
So
exactly.
They said that small thing was dropping for you. Is that true?
Hey, Baka. Tell the man to call me after the show.
Yeah?
Dropping from what place?
No, but I just said dropping from what place. All of you are defending the government.
Hey, Baka, you can leave Kuruku. Tell the man to call me. Let him go.
What's that with now?
You won't put me in house soon.
So Kuduku, the last time Maggie about twice said you guys are receiving something small from somewhere. How true is that?
For me, I'm not saying I no connection.
So you mean I may lie?
No, I said if he made a statement, I don't know. It could be true. Maybe I'm not in our land.
Okay, so we come in 2023. Why you think, my man? You know, we are coming to the election. As we go about the election, what's the prediction like? Is CC going back in power or not? Which one?
Well, other folks there, I think I posted all the time. My first year immediately, first round, then I use second round. So we are.
Let the man go. I beg you. Let my man go. Don't put my man hands in the morning.
Because I want to give the man more Costa. You power.
Yeah, let my man go.
I want to get the man hot in the morning, Costa. The man left it long already.
Okay, good. The man call me after what? The man got drink poison, but that man a strong man with the man drink poison. He's still living. He got to show all the technique. Let's take a few calls that who gotta go.
All right, let's take this person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Costa. Good morning to you, Bwaka Kamara.
Okay, go ahead. Your name, where you joining us from?
Thank you. I'm Slobbert. I'm Gabriel B. Slobbert, and I joined you this morning from my residence on the Japan Freeway.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Costa, let me appreciate you this morning for your brilliant analysis provided to us this morning. I think you made my day today, Costa. And one thing you said, Costa, I want to agree with you, the issue of the communication that was written by the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Sawyer. I think they should draw the attention of every well-meaning citizen. Because for the U.S. embassy to come up with a release of a statement that at no time they ever wrote, the net to request for specimen of the biometric voter card, I think it is highly concerning for every one of us. Because we are going to the critical election 2023, and this biometric system, it will be the very first time for Liberia to have this system, so to have our people in authority to be writing letters, letters that they are not authorized to do. I think it is very concerning. So the Senate, like you said, the Senate needs to invite this minister to speak to this issue because it is very critical. It is very critical because how can you write a letter and say that the U.S. embassy instructed you to write a letter and the embassy came out and said no, they did not instruct you. So it is concerning to all of us. So let me thank you for the show and you do extremely well for the last people. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you a question. Are you the resident moderator of CO?
Exactly. I'm the moderator there at CO. Sure.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now to Frank Gibson. Frank Gibson been calling me on this line this morning. Frank Gibson, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Boga. How are you?
I'm okay, Frank. Welcome.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to express my deepest condolences to the family of Philip Wesseh. I knew him also from Center Street. His sister was married to one of my brothers. It's sad. And then we're to the issue. Yesterday, Boga, you didn't understand me well when I was talking about the lady at the foreign ministry there. That lady is tend to be a potential minister of foreign affairs. Now, if she's involved in such an attitude, I think by now the president need to take some actions to immediately suspend her and set up an investigation team. And I hope that investigation will not be like the passport saga after he had given Maxwell Kimia some months now to investigate just a passport saga. Up to now, we are not getting the result because this is a serious issue. Asking for the specimen of the biometric card a few months to elections is very dangerous, and she needs to tell the Liberian people where she got the order from. But it's very unfortunate. Boka yesterday he was saying that the Joe who sent her to do that. I don't want to believe that.
Frank,
oppositions of 2023. Yes.
Do you think President Weah is ready to fight corruption? I'm asking this question because I have a follow up. I have a follow up, Costa. Yeah. Do you think he's ready to fight corruption?
Joey Joey need to be serious to fight corruption. Whether he's ready now, that's another issue. But he actually need to be serious for now to fight corruption. And it's very important for him.
What do you make of McGill, Bill Tuawe, and Simon Serena Seaforth resigning and not being investigated?
Well, it is too early because they just resigned from the government, and I expect now the LACC, as I read from the social media, the LACC or the GSA asked them to declare their assets, and based on their declaration of assets, if they refuse, action should be taken because they were in government. They declared before entering government. They should declare after they are left government, and based on that, investigation need to be set up immediately for them to be investigated because it's very, very important. And the president needs to be out of that.
You don't want to get talking Coloma?
All right.
I beg you, man. Frank Gibson, what tomorrow you can't hear you'll be defending job here again. I mean, let our man go.
All right. Frank, the line will take 2 more calls, then we wrap
2 more calls, then we go.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, Baga.
Yeah, good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Well, Baga, this is Kemoga. I'm calling my joining street, Baga.
Welcome.
And let me say good morning to Father. Well, Father actually appreciate for the celebration this morning. We are starting a show. Honestly, I want to be strong with you, Father. In La Broad, people are suffering, Father, on a daily basis, Father. The people need comfort alleviation. So we honest with Father. These lawmakers, look at the type of car these lawmakers are buying. You know, millions of people on the episode of lawsuit comfort to ability. What the masses are suffering, they are wallowing in other poverty. They are depreciating on a daily basis. You know, the people are just wallowing back on us.
Yeah, but Sir Joseph giving bosses for people to be riding. Why he riding, you know, big cars around here?
I tell you something. How will the living condition of the people end? You know, so the people are actually suffering because we need somebody that will alleviate on the poverty. Same for the time.
Thank you so much, my brother. We'll take the last caller from the US.
Yeah, the last caller, and then we're gonna go.
Good morning. Good morning.
Take the last caller from the US.
Listen to me through your device. Now, you know, there's a little delay. Listen to me through your phone.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to say morning to leader. I want to on this. Sir Joseph should remember that he meeting heavyweight. If I were him, I would just give up from this senatorial election because he know that they're going to. I mean, they're going to dig deeper. He's not going to give him chance. So he's not even scary. So I just want to say thank you. That just one of the story that they just brought out this morning. Thank you very much for that.
Sir Joseph publicly stated that if Thomas Fala doesn't win Morado County, he was not going to contest the upcoming election in 2023. So he should be man of his word and then live up to what he said. We do have the recording here. And
I don't hear what I think that man. The man said you were just trying to mobilize his base. And that's why you
look at that.
I mean, don't hear what I think that forget that thing. To Alex Brown, happy birthday to you. It's from your dear mother. Willett Tumuble, Mother Willett Tumuble, happy birthday to you. Today you turn 39. Alex Brown, happy 39th birthday to you. Today is your birthday. I wish you all the best. Folks, this brings us to an end of today's broadcast. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. Boakai Kamara is my co-host. And this is what we do. Now, Boakai, I've got some information here from the on that the payment for that contract. We're told that I received the information, of course, from one of the individuals involved, and they're telling me that it is not true that the contract has not been, or the payment voucher or the payment request has not been brought to the pro tem to sign. That's the information I just got, but I'm going to look into that. So, and they tell me that, in fact, because Senator Lawrence is the chair on Rules, Order, and Administration, that payment request, the request for payment has to emanate from her office. I mean, it has to emanate from from her. It has to come from her because she is the chair, and that's a powerful position. She chairs Rules, Order, and Administration. Is one of the most powerful committees in the Senate. I believe it is the second most powerful committee. So you have the committee, second or third. Okay, so you have the committee on executive, which Sir Joseph heads. You have the committee on foreign affairs, I believe that's second. And then the third most powerful committee is the committee on Rules, Order, and Administration in the Senate. That's the order. So she's part of leadership. And so it has to come from her because all administrative issues are under her. So the information I just got, and as a matter of fact, this senator said to me that the VP has nothing to do with this, with payments. So that's good. Okay. But that Senator Lawrence has not approved the letter or memo to the pro tem. So that once the request goes to him for approval, then they will send a request to the Ministry of Finance for payment. That is what I am told. I just got this information right now from one of the senators. Okay. in this particular matter. So that's an interesting development, right? Good.
Yeah.
That's where we are. We talk here and things happen, and it's a blessing. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bye-bye.